Wow.
Queen like me, all bad like me. Queen like me, all bad like me.
Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're going to be taking a look at Lim Kim and 1MILLION taking on Ult, which is a performance video. Pretty pumped about this. I kind of feel like this was a long time coming if you think about it. I mean, we've seen 1MILLION take on this this artist Lim Kim's track and discography for quite some time. I mean, we really saw it take shape during Street Woman Fighter and the Mega Crew Challenge specifically was where I really first got a taste of it. And so I think this is gonna be a really, really cool collab where we get to see kind of some fingerprints of Easter eggs of what we've seen from 1MILLION take on this artist's perspective of vocals, I guess, if that makes sense. So I think really the only thing left to do is go ahead and check it out. Oh yeah, we got the 1MILLION ladies in check here. Yeah. That's cool. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Very, very intriguing ending. Truly. Definitely, I mean, it's definitely on the darker side than I was expecting. But I do see a little bit of, you know, kind of like how they had the paint. It did remind me of whenever they had that very apparent dark line travel across in their Mega Cruise set. So I think this has some really interesting elements within it. This is my personal favorite. I mean, if we're looking at like personal preference, this wouldn't be like my top 5 1MILLION performances, but I do think what they did, some of their choices definitely match the overall aesthetic of the track for sure. So we're gonna go ahead, let's take a look through here with the little ropes. Those are really, honestly, kudos to the camera focus on that. Really nice to see having Leah Kim, it's Harimu, and then it's Ready, and then, oh my gosh, these other two girls. Oh my gosh, why do their names escape me? I know she was with a Street Dance Girl Fighter. She was one of the mentors, and she was on Street Woman Fighter, right? So it's nice to have these 5 ladies. It's interesting that we don't have the other girls that were a part of Street Woman Fighter here. And it's just interesting. The red eye contact with the white kind of line. Very interesting. Right there, grabbing it and then having her drop back and then swing through. Really cool moment. There's a lot of moments where they're like maintaining eye contact, and that's what really creates the captivation of that section. I love that. Yeah, even there, yeah. right there, going to the side and then taking that extension up is really cool. And honestly, I like the usage of the levels. Notice that we have more of a lower. She looks familiar. I'm not gonna quote it. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm not very good at remembering people as much. But you have multiple things going on. You have it framed on the sides. You have two girls kind of going ham on the sides as well, but representing a different level. And then you have our girls right here creating more of a different kind of center point. It's just sick. Right there into the top. Doom, doom, doom. Very clear on the angles. Very much a fan of that. Branching it out. Boom, look at the tension, pulling of the head there. Really nice to see. And we come up. And then she covers it up with the black. Everybody else, they're kind of looking. They're like, what? You know, everyone has that red with the red line. And then you have our featured 1MILLION dancers in the black, which is cool. And then you have the red on the sword. Kind of looks like blood. Yeah, very intense. So you have, yeah, definitely we see a lot of red and black represented, maybe a little bit of white, but notice even with the red drapery or paint on the sides, which is really cool. Very, very intense coming from Leah. Yeah, so we have the sword. Now I don't quite know what the song is about. They don't have a translation on here, which is fine. Yeah, that queen like me, boom. Focal point choreo is sick. Love it. With the swords, that's really cool. I love that with the spacing. Definitely nice to see here. Then you have your ladies right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we see 6 here, right? So it's interesting that we don't have, yeah, 1, 2, 3. So did I miscount? Because I only saw 5 in that very first take. And then we have 6 here. I must not be able to count. It is what it is. Boom, ding, ding, tension. Really nice. Notice some of them did choose to bite and some chose to kind of hover. So that would be a very interesting thing to kind of cover of how do we want to approach this? Do we want to actually bite it? Or like, are they allowed that liberty to make that choice in the moment? That's a choice as well. Yeah, that boom. Because notice she even kept it. It's like a glove. That she had the glove part on her mouth. So artistic expression, I'm assuming, for that. Great spacing on that with the sword. Love how your artist, she's just, you know, she's taking a more vanity approach. She's kind of holding it down because you have your dancers repping well. You have your 2 and the 3 and the 1. So great angles. Very nice on the spacing. Yep. Boom, doo-doom, boom. And bleeding it over is just cool. Fire. Yep. And then them using the sword as like a fixed point to really extend that chest out, bringing it back in. Doing that multiple times is really cool. Dropping it down. Yeah. Ding, ding, boom, boom, boom. Yes. Pop off, ladies. I wear my truth. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's very declarative in the sense of what she wants to rep. So to each their own. I mean, she's going for it. Very nice on the partner work. That right there is very, like, it's interesting. It's very abstract. It's really giving that great levels, great height here. And then they go the other way. So that was a really cool motion accent. Then with the, with the strobe, with the red and the black, it's really cool. And you have this little sun, and then you have her hanging out over here. And they're all moving that doo-doo-doo, and then the bleeding out, which is really cool. And it helps you notice her. Yeah, and then having your members here come up to the side and then branch that shoulder down. Do I think they're the cleanest? I don't think this is the cleanest unison that I've seen from them. But it does carry heavy, like, individuality. But these other dancers are doing a fantastic job really trying to look cohesive with each other. So this individuality doesn't stand out in a negative way. And then you have your artist kind of hanging out there. Nice slow walk. And then everybody else is walking as well. Then this right here, this does remind me of, you know, with, what is it? It's that circle that we saw earlier from the Mega. Like, that's what it reminds me of, that lotus flower blooming that you saw. This is Ready, right? Yeah, Ready. Oh my goodness. Of course I know her name. But seeing her in the center of it here, it just feels like a progression from that, which is really nice. She comes in and then she gets drugged. Cool. And then she comes up, she frames out to the artist. Yeah. Yeah, boom, like, yeah. And then you have Lim Kim holding it down with them. Ding, 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 ding. This would be a fun little challenge to do. Bleeding it out. Yep. And they have that subtle and the boom and the boom. And then it hits that boom. And the boom. So it's a really good job hearing the music on that part. Then having them great stability for those ladies in our 6, because a lot of times you see them kind of teeter. There it was very stable, really clean. It really allowed our artists to be able to move forward without there being any distractions on the sides, which I like. Oh no, did I lose my music again? Okay, I had to fix the volumes. I don't know if this is close to where we were before, but yeah, I had to fix it right here. Oh yeah, so we're here. Really nice to have everybody all in unison for this. It does have a little sensual touch here from Lim Kim with her fit. It's a nude bodysuit underneath, and so it definitely has a tease in the corner of it. Yep, nice little with a bass. Once again, I did talk about that. Her walk forward, really nice. Very clear. Comes up, boom, dropping it down. Doom, 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 and then you have all your dancers over on the sides. I do feel like some of them are taking extra liberties when a lot of times you want to make sure that we're just more mindful of, we're just very clear in our intention and our movement. Because there's a lot of very specific angles that we want to keep maintained, and just, you know, it's just not quite as refined on the sides as would be ideal. You know, I mean, with the artist, it's one thing, but when you see your dancers not quite be on the same page with each other, it's whenever you have a pausing moment like this, it's harder to, you know, make it and appreciate the cleanliness of it when it's not as clean as it could be, you know. But of course, there's always crazy turnaround times. The lighting looks freaking sick, though. Fire. Notice how the back's getting used with the head. That was really nice to see. Yep, that whoop. Notice that some of them went down, some went up, and some went front, and then we folded it down to the side. Really fun moment there. Then right here, bleeding it up. Notice the hand and how it's bleeding through, all the way through the joints. I love the intention on that. And that's what really helps make this more captivating. Yeah, do syncopation of the arm, using the leg to not counter, but like showcase a different focal point. And then dropping it down, boom. I mean, she's very clear with what she's saying, you know, and in the slow-mo on this is very cool. Yeah, there's like a lot of like intimidation of looking up. I don't know the intention of the track. Once again, gong or alt. But having like the spastic unhingedness, but then having her be nice and refined and everybody creating the slow-mo intensity about it. And then how they finish it is this is a really, really sick finish, honestly. Having the frame, and then they all suction together, and then having a frame in the mid, and then draping on the sides, and then showcasing the arms. You know, so it's just mirrored on both sides. It's very much appreciated for sure. You know, overall thoughts, my personal opinion, it's not 100% my cup of tea, but I can appreciate the art for it, for sure. I also think that it was really nice to use the dancers the way that they did, and the coloring of the costuming is really, really nice. I see a lot of the nuance of what we were seeing from the black that they did in the Mega Crew, which is cool with that black line, and also showcasing 1MILL. Like, the dancers get as much of a feature as the artists. It's just really cool to see that, because a lot of times you just see the artists and the dancers are dancers, but how you can put Lim Kim in 1MILL, like 1MILL's the dance studio with the dance crew, like seeing the artists and the crew both have enough standing to be able to represent equally on a performance is very impressive, and always really nice to see within the dance industry. So I think that was cool. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. If you want to see me take a look at other analysis in reference to 1MILL, I have not just Street Woman Fighter, I have Street Dance Girl Fighter and their mentorship within that, but I also have from Street Man Fighter as well. So I have a wide range, significant wide range of 1MILLION particular content with them in a competitive nature. I also have a couple of choreographers who do work with some K-pop artists. Their work also gets reviewed as well, that come from 1MILL. And it's just really fun and definitely a joy to be able to see this in this way. Knowing, you know, I've seen their movement quality on this artist's type of track and discography before. So it is really nice to kind of see them do a collaboration in this way, because it feels very fitting, and it's definitely, it met expectations, you know, in a great way. And so I'm looking forward to more from both of them, and I know you guys probably are too. Once again, I am Jess. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye!